Hello people, my name is Rage and welcome and all to Afterbirth, and I'm just so happy, just so excited, just so full of life. I could jump, I could run, but not seriously though, because that would mean moving, and I don't move. I mean, are you crazy? Effort? Like, come on now, let's not be mental. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so we had Eden's blessing, which is, you know, actually pretty good, because now we've started with a little bit of Sacred Heart Baby, which is always good. Samson and his partner in crime, yes sirree. Benedict determined how Butcher Ra-Khan 4 windows. He finally understood how the Khan managed to activate 4 whole windows. I know, it's incredible. Also a free black candle. Don't mind if I do. And guess who managed to get out of the curse room without wasting one of the bits of the black heart? His name begins with R and ends in E. Yeah, it's Rage. Before any of you start thinking of clever insults for me. Actually, can you do that? I will actually be impressed. A word that begins with R and ends in E that is an insult. If you can think of one, feel free to vehemently call me it in the comments and I will accept it. I will accept it, for my name is Acceptaboy. That is the worst. I think that actually takes the new title for the worst superhero. My superpower is to never be insulted by anything. I arrive on the scene of the crime and then proceed to not get upset no matter what happens. How do you stop the crime? Oh, yeah, you know, I frustrate the criminals by refusing to cry when they insult me. That sounds like it's not as effective as you think it is, not Upsettaboy. No, well, I mean, it's what you make of it. I believe we all have a secret hidden superpower. No, you're just really lame, aren't you? It's not my fault. My mom said I could be a superhero, and she's never lied to me before. Go home, Upsettaboy. Go home, okay? You just need to go home. Yay! An exploding corpse! Fantastic! You know, someone asked me what I wanted for my birthday the other day, and I couldn't think of anything. But now thanks to Isaac, I've got an idea. An exploding corpse. That is exactly what I need. This run is going very, very surprisingly well. Oh, was that not well timed? Come on now, that was pretty good. I'm happy with that. And the meat is nice too. I can see this being a very, very good run. And what's exciting, guys, is I am only 1 item away from the big bad achievement of Afterbirth. I believe it's 1001%, I think. I am not 100%, but I am only 1 item away, and it is the Immaculate Conception. So, we need to get finding that. Now, I'm assuming it comes from Angel Rooms, as the Cambion comes from Devil Rooms. So we are going to try and get ourselves some angelicness going on here, but it's not going to be a priority, because it will turn up one day, and then we can handle it. Ow! I just walked in and gave the zombie ice cream a hug. By the way, they are zombie ice creams. Like, look at them. Their head is melted ice cream with raspberry sauce on, okay? Raspberry because, of course, as we discussed, strawberries suck, and it's just walking towards me, and as much as I would love to lick its face off to find out what flavor it is, I tend to not like disease flavor ice cream. You know, you don't go into an ice cream parlor. By the way, I love that they're ice cream parlors. It just makes them sound so much better than they are. Either way, you walk into it, although fancy ice cream parlors are really, really cool. Either way, alright, you walk into an ice cream parlor and you're like, do you have any rotting corpse flavor ice cream? No? Alright, I just thought I'd ask. I wasn't that hopeful, but you never know. Shubdoo-up, I believe, is probably overall more useful than than the explosive guy, but I don't think there's much in it. I really don't think there's much in it. Shubdi-Whoop has the potential, whereas explosive guy is more damaging right now, but he did one-shot Widow, and a normal bomb doesn't do that, so that does make me very interested in finding out what he actually has got. Really? We got a Hermit while we had a Hermit? That's interesting. I mean, a part of me kind of wants to use it now. Algiz, 2 diamonds. That is interesting. I will see what happens money-wise in the next few rooms. Also, we've got a lot of tinted rocks this run. Actually, have we? It's been 3. And 3 on the first 2 floors is pretty good. It's a good haul in tinted rocks. Though I always feel like the tinted rocks are a lot more likely on the first 2 floors. It's either that because I can see them more on the first 2 floors, or it's because they actually just do spawn more. I'm not really sure which one it is. I didn't actually mean to face Little Horn there, but that kind of worked out, and in fact, Shubdi-Whoop very nearly killed him, and there we go. He is dead. We have a lot of health. What is in here? Nothing crazy. See, the thing is, neither of those are massively improving, so I'm gonna risk it, and I'm gonna go for the end. I say risk it. There's not much risk in it. We're still doing very nicely, but yeah, I'm gonna go for the angel room. Hey, Comet. There you go. All right. So I suppose then we are simply going to double that to 10, and then take Algiz. So since we're taking Algiz, we may as well lordy, that's what I like to see. And we got perfectly enough money. I am happy about that. Even more options. Doesn't retroactively work, but that means we have 4 floors of a pair of item rooms. That is exciting stuff. Algiz, obviously fantastic. A free boss fight at any point. I mean, this is just doing great. Excuse me while I lift some weights. No, I'd need so much more bloodlust. I would need so much more bloodlust to do that. I just can't quite handle it. It is quite an interesting thing to note that humans get ridiculously stronger when the adrenaline is pumping and they break all bodily limits. It's kind of a cool little feature that we've got going on. Not that we're like a car in a sales yard. It's like, oh, you will love the human model. There is a lot of neat little perks, and if you get the extra advanced version with the built-in talent, oh, you can have a really, really good time. This room is kind of upsetting. If we could all just please calm down and get along, that would be lovely. There we go. And then I think this one is a little bit injured from Shubdi-Whoop. I actually can't really tell. Hello? Oh, just a few bats. We can deal with that. How much damage does Sacred Heart Baby actually do? Because there's no way it's actually Sacred Heart level damage, right? Otherwise, it would be insane. But at the same time, it can't just be a normal tier with Sacred Heart homing, because then it's just Little Stee. So I'm thinking maybe it's base damage plus Sacred Heart. That would kind of make sense, because it about looks the size of a base damage Sacred Heart. I don't know the numbers on it, though, so if any of you have got some mad details to throw down for me, let me know. That was very satisfying, and situations like that right there is why I think Shubdi-Whoop definitely outclasses the explosive corpse that we had to work with, so that's okay. Oh, I gotta take that as a sign. That has got to be a sign. That's fine. You know, we didn't need Magic Mushroom. I can deal without it. This is a very linear floor, which makes me happy because there's no more getting lost. Imagine Zorro from One Piece playing Binding of Isaac. That might be a obscure reference for some of you, but for those of you that know what I'm talking about, it would be the foot. I mean, he would literally not even get off the first floor because he would be permanently lost. And God forbid if he had an amnesia flaw. I mean, like, his thing, apart from being a badass swordsman who wields a sword in his mouth, yes, his mouth, is that he is terrible with all forms of direction and gets lost even in a straight line. So he would be one of the worst, if not the worst, Isaac players out of all fictional history. Gerald! Welcome to the party, my friend. As if that was even a choice. As if that was even a choice. That was excellent. Though I don't think Gerald was the extra one that got generated thanks to our golden options. So we would have always had Gerald. And then some fate. I mean, is this just... It's just going very well, isn't it? Alright, who is our boss? The Dark One. is the Dark One Little Horn when he grows up? That would make sense, wouldn't it? The Dark One was Little Horn, because they kind of look similar, don't they? They definitely... Leave Gerald alone! They do definitely look similar, so very potentially that would be a cool little Easter egg if Little Horn grows up and becomes the Dark One. I'd quite like to see that. So we've got the spoon, and nothing really too desperate for us to experience on this floor, so let's move on. Because, yeah, Little Horn grows up, becomes the Dark One dies and becomes the adversary. It's the circle of life. The Lion King would be a very different film if the dude accidentally held up a demon spawn instead of the baby Simba. So, I mean, maybe it's like a more hardcore version of the film, I guess. I guess that works out. I actually forgot I would know! Took damage in the stupidest way. Oh, I am fail. I am fail. I am pure, unadulterated fail. This is really one of those runs, isn't it? We'll blow up these mushrooms. Nothing going on there, I guess. We'll get little Gertie. So we are very much going on the whole follow us side of things here, which I guess is okay. It's just not, you know, amazingly useful. But fortunately, due to Bloody Lust and a really high health pool, we're still going to pretty much have the kind of damage to deal with most of this. So I'm not too concerned, at least not for now, especially as we do have a lot of extra options available to us. Both literally and the fact that we have lots of options. I know, compound humor here at Rage Gaming. Well, that's quite good. So we didn't actually get to miss out on the devil deal, and it's one that we can happily ignore and start getting some more angelic options. So that's alright, you know? That is all alright. Oh, can one of you guys tell me, do you need trinkets for 1001%? I can't remember if I needed to find all the trinkets for True Platinum Gold or if it's just items. Like, I genuinely have forgotten. It really has been that long. I mean, especially for someone with my memory who can't remember what I did 30 seconds ago. It's even amazing I even ever slightly do well at this game, considering that it does require you to actually genuinely remember things. I think it's quite impressive, because it's like if someone with broken legs won a race. I mean, you guys got to give me extra credit based on that. Little Gerster, look at him go. I mean, I feel like he is definitely a useless familiar in the most part, but he's 100% one of the most fun ones. I mean, he's just so happy to be here. And it means we've got an even earlier stage of life for the Gertie family. Like, they have a really hierarchy. I mean, they start as Lil Gertie here, then they go into the little chargy Gurglings, then they go into the one that can move around, then they go into Gertie who's stationary and fires tears, and then they go into Mama Gertie. I mean, it's really quite awesome. I like that there is a life cycle of a creature. Well, we definitely want Sackhead. The sacks are very, very useful. Look at that. Infinite keys. Don't mind if I do. Fortunately, can't afford that spirit heart. Otherwise, I would be all over that. Never mind. We just got handed one anyway. Isn't that convenient? I would definitely say so. Fortunately, these aren't drowned wormed, guys, so there we have it. But yeah, I'm just so very happy. I mean, to have such an epically awesome keeper run with such an actual skilled ending for once. I'm still just glowing with pride over myself, Jera. Well, I think we have suddenly got ourselves a better option than keeping around Algiz, because of course the greed for the chest is the way to go here. So we'll just kind of chill and Jera our way to victory. I mean, there it is. Actually, that was a lot of damage out from little Gertie there, so perhaps I am definitely underestimating it. Load of spirit hearts, that's good. The tears up are fantastic. I'll go for the pairs of mushroom just to see what happens. We've got a few spare bombs, nothing crazy going on. I'll have a quick look in these rooms, and the ace of spades might definitely be useful, but for the most part we've pretty much conquered this floor. So yeah, Samson is not messing around right here. He is going for the slaughter. And, oh, a part of me wants to Jera this. Part of me really wants to Jera this, but we already have Fate, so I don't think it's going to be that useful. Goat head. Goat head. Aw, yeah. Boom. That is very, very nice to see there. he should be able to oh, okay, so he has to be going a certain amount of speed before his bounces actually count as damage. Look at Sackhead, we're just getting a ridiculous amount of stuff. If you could leave poor Gerald alone, that would be fantastic. We'll just pile through all of these. We'll put Judgment there. We got to wait for the hands to start arriving, because there should be 3 of them. There is indeed, and then the final hand down. Okay, what is our last chest containing? So we would have got 1 extra item from that Jera, which I really don't think would have ended up being that worth it. We'll double our bombs. The Emperor is quite nice to see. 2 hearts, not that necessary at the moment, so for the most part, we'll just blow up our beggar. And yes, I realize that actually increases Devil Deal chances. That was probably a mistake, but at least it's technically progress in that I realized the mistake. Though I don't know if it increases Devil Deal chances in terms of just getting the special room, or if it increases the chance of it being a Devil Deal over a Angel room, for example. So I guess I'm not 100% sure on that one. Good old Gerdster actually one-shot him. That's not bad. See, I wonder how powerful would a run be where you can't fire tears, you're not flying, and you're quite slow, but you have one of every familiar in the game. I mean, the chances are you'd probably be doing pretty well, right? Because you'd be damn near immune to tears with orbitals and things like Dry Baby. You'd have a fair amount of offensive power with our Sacred Heart Baby. We've got a little Brimstone, of course. May as well use the Sun, because we're keeping Jera. And that means we've got ourselves a Sin. Good old Slothy boy. Kind of missed a little bit on the shupty-whoop there. That was definitely a problem. Thank you very much, Gerald. Oh, that bounce was solid. Solid as a rock. That's what this bounce is. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't speak. I'm actually going to take a Wealth of Wealth just because we have a couple of shops left and a quite low amount of money, all things considered. And vom! Oh, we didn't actually get far enough to kill them all. That's so sad. That is so sad! Yeah! Oh, he did it. He did it. He got the champion. I'm proud of him. I'm really, really proud of him. Let's not take back. Actually, no, the damage doesn't matter. We've got Go-Ahead. We've got the gloriousness that is Go-Ahead. So all is fine with the world. It really is. This guy should die pretty easily. I say this guy, it's just a moving heart, but I mean, I'm just assuming it's a male heart, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't be. Is that heartist of me? Can you be heartist? I mean, what would society get to that you'd have to be heartist? I mean, we're probably going to get to a point where we're robotist, so we got that going for us. Wouldn't that be a neat sign of the future, where we have to actually have equal rights for robotic humans? I mean, I'm looking forward to living in that day and age. Not really great on either of those, but I'm going to take the Ares, just because I like Ares as a god, and horns are pretty cool. Ooh, even more options. Isn't that just sexy? I am very happy with that. Let us blow that up, get some Wealth of Wealth all up in here, and then grab ourselves the option. Wow, I'm actually really surprised that we didn't get enough money. No, I think we can definitely find a single coin between now and having to leave this floor. So I don't need to blow up my donation machine once again. Key, not terribly useful because we've got a really quite large amount, but for the most part that should be fine. That fly killed a lot of his friends for us, so we got that going on. Power Peel, and there is our coin. So we've actually got an options on top of options run. That is excellent. Like, they are by far and away 2 of the best items to get from the shops. I mean, granted, the options one's only going to affect us twice, one on Womb and one on this floor, but it's still obviously really, really good to have. See, Bloat, my laser was better than yours. No, but for real, ow, I really, really hate you. Like, I really just, like, with a passion, you know, like a strong hatred, a good powerful hatred. Just grab those spirit hearts while we're here. And careful. Should be able to kill him. And there we go. Actually quite a solid champion bloat fight, and our angel deal. I was about to be like, our angel deal, because of course you do need to make deals with the angels, but there we go. We got homing Sacred Heart Baby, and we got Sacred Heart Samson. Did I say Godhead Baby earlier? Because Godhead Baby would be hilariously awesome. God's own baby. I guess then you just have a floating Jesus head next to you. Imagine having a floating Jesus head familiar next to you. Who's just blocking away with Godhead shots. Oh, man. I guess that would make people cross. Jesus humor. Alright, let's get the screw, of course. Get that tears going on all up in here. I was just tempted with killing the angel for the key, but we don't really want to do Mega Satan, so I don't really see the need to do that for the most part. So I guess let's move on with our lives. And I actually, what I don't know, and the main reason I'm not going to do it is, now that I think about it, does killing the angels give you, like, does it give you evil in terms of getting devil/angel deals? Because it would make sense, actually. But then it would also make getting to Mega Satan a lot harder. So I'm not sure either way on that one. I think it definitely could go either way. Granted, we don't have max damage without a few bloody lusts up, but the thing is, we're going to get a few bloody lusts up, and then we're going to start absolutely hammering everything. So, yeah, this is good. And it is my impression that the left option on There's Option Room is the one that was generated via There's Options. So that means so far, we've not actually had a single good generated option. So that does kind of suck, but it's also fine. It's nice to know that we didn't miss out on a good item by that much. Would have loved a little bit of Cricket's head there. I think that would have really set this run off nicely. I love having Flight in that room. It's normally such an irritating, scary room, and with Flight, it's just like, haha, this is how you beat the system. I mean, that is actually the definition on beating the system there, isn't it? That is just 100% it. Also, that is a big ass enemy, like, really. I mean, maybe not a big ass. I shouldn't comment on the size of his posterior. I mean, that is just simple posturing on my part. Hey, posturing, posterior. Either way, he dead now, and that's really all that matters. Oh, this is such a nice run. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. I hope you guys are as well. Hey, there we found ourselves Mother, but we have no need to be killing her yet. We have an item room, we have a shop, we have all sorts of goodliness to find. Goodliness should be a word. I don't think it is a word, but, I mean, it should be a word, shouldn't it? Goodliness is definitely up there on the words that should be a word. Like, if you had to... Alright, this is one that I like to hypothesize. If you guys had to invent a word and a meaning and add it to the dictionary, what would it be? What would it be? I would probably go for with... what would I go for? I mean, there's a lot of options, because it depends what you want a word to mean. Okay, I would say... Verberbing. Okay, I'm going to go for verberbing. And the definition of verberbing is, do not disturb me because I'm recording videos right now. I'm verberbing. You know, saves me saying that whole sentence. That's where it's at. It's probably a very lame one, you know, very limited in terms of who's going to be using that, but, you know, I had to try and think of one, alright, and that's what I went with, so don't judge me, don't you judge me. God, Sackboy is just ridiculous. It really is absolutely ridiculous. I don't even care enough to use death. That's how ridiculous this is. And I've got enough batteries around the place that I don't even really need to care about shupty-whooping everything. Look at that, it's just insane. Oh, in fact, we're actually kind of getting something very similar to the Seed of the Week, aren't we? What have you got? So, I guess it's about time Greed was involved, I suppose. We've got away quite nicely with not having to see him, and now we get the Steam sale. Such a shame. Such a shame. And extra keys. Yeah, I mean, we have consumables for days all up in here. We really do. And our item room. Ooh. I guess by virtue of only one of them technically being useful, then we are going to take that, and then we get Ghost Buddy. So I suppose it's like a double whammy bonus item room, because the only reason those skulls were generated is because of Golden Maw's options, and that basically generated us an extra item. So isn't that nice of it? It's really, really good. I would like at least one spirit heart from all of these. Come on now, really? Not a single one? I feel ripped off. I really feel ripped off. Alrighty then, boss. Just realised I've been very terrible on secret rooms this run, but I guess it depends on the run. I feel like the weaker you are, the more secret rooms you get, because the more desperate for some form of power you are, but then the more powerful you are, you're just like, what's the secret room gonna do? I mean, really? Which, you know, technically speaking, is the wrong way to look at it. Holy hell. Okay, let us... grab that. I mean, that would put us 2 out of 3 on our path to conjoined, but the chances of finding this third one is very slim, so I'm gonna leave it, again, because I do technically want an angel room to try for Immaculate Conception, so, yeah, because, you know, we're trying to get Samson to conceive, okay? I don't know how this is gonna work, and frankly, it's breaking all physics, but that's okay, you know? That's okay. Boom, boom, boom. God, we are really destroying. Though I feel like Sacred Heart isn't quite as exciting as a find as perhaps it's made out to be, because it's basically homing tears and a little bit of a damage up, right? I say a little bit. It's still, you know, it's a solid damage up. You're never going to be upset to find Sacred Heart. But I feel like out of all the big bad boom, oh my god, that item is there. Sacred Heart's probably... you know, towards the bottom of the list. Would Sacred... Alright, this is the question then. Would Sacred Heart be on your top 10 items in the game list? I kind of want to see that. If you had to rank based on raw, run-winning strength of the item, okay, what are your top 10 items in the game? That's what I would like to see. And I'll be interested to see if a Mega Blast is on there, because it is still technically a spacebar item, no matter how powerful it technically is. And with this much red health, Little Chad is surprisingly actually a pretty good find, just because he's going to keep us from dying a little bit too well. A little bit too well? Yeah, it's actually too well. I feel bad for the enemies. I mean, it's just unfair at this point. I could actually start deliberately taking some damage, because there's so much red health around thanks to Chaddy Boy that's actually kind of cool. I actually, like, visually, fashion Isaac Wise look pretty neat too. The horns and the candle in the middle and the sack head, it actually looks like it goes together as a costume instead of just mashing together, so we have that going for us. And here we have our boss. Very comfortable find of the boss considering everything, so this is good. And then it's Conquest. Suddenly very happy to have options. Yes, indeed. Let us grab the Crackjacks. That's probably more useful now, I would say. And, ooh. As good as Abaddon is, we will lose health taking it, and then we completely lose our Little Chad and Bloody Lust synergy. So, as initially, Abaddon, take it, as Abaddon is, I actually think on this run specifically that it is a negative. Like, I think overall our power level, or I should say our potential power level, will decrease if I take it, because I lose the ability to deliberately take damage and then heal with all the red hearts from Little Chad, and the damage up and abilities I gain from Abaddon just don't make up for that happening. So, yeah, I think this is one of the few situations where, tactically speaking, you really don't want Abaddon. So that's kind of interesting. That doesn't really happen very often now, does it? More mystery sacks, lovely jubbly. Ooh, kind of want to shupdy-wup this one. Yeah, this seems like a solid shupdy-wup location, and only one worm survived the massacre. Unfortunately, he could not make it up for his people, and he was also slaughtered. Yes, he was. That worked out nicely. See, I just really don't care about taking damage. It's just an advantage more than anything. The Magician. Oh, that would be good. Then we could get homing shots, and that's really useful. I'm going to try up here then, I suppose. I love this one. Oh, I keep thinking that they should be cross brimstoners. Like, they should, shouldn't they? That would make that ridiculously a difficult room, but you kind of want difficult rooms at this point. Nice try, you know, good idea to put creep underneath someone who's flying. You know, I don't know who taught you strategy, Pride, but I guess, you know, that's what we expect. So, we're being massacred by a flying enemy! Have we tried pouring sludge on the ground? Sir? I said flying enemy. Try the sludge tactic, man! Sir, the sludge tactic was a resounding failure. I was so convinced as well. Finding the sun is very good. We'll put judgment here. Actually, no, I don't want to blow them up, just in case it is working how I think it is working. What did we get here? Jera and Jera. Oh, that's so sad. If only I could hold two of them. Two glorious Jeras. Is there a way to get the starter deck on this floor? I feel like... Is there physically a way to get starter deck? I guess chaos and then a teleport to the angel/devil room, and then it's one of the items being offered for hearts. That could work out, right? But for the most part, without chaos then, is it possible to get starter deck on Womb 2? I guess a reroll dice could get you it, so that makes sense. Though I feel like it's a very, very unreliable thing to try and shoot for. And, wow, there's more than one, really. That's quite a brutal room, all things considered. Hello? Hey, a black heart that we're immediately going to lose. Isn't that exciting? Though, effectively, we just got a damage up for walking in there, so you can't really complain at that, can you? Yeah, I think the tail end of Shukti Whoop actually doesn't affect anything, because the animation definitely passed through the enemies there, but then it basically did absolutely nothing. So that's interesting to know. Though I did get a fair impression of that when we did the disintegration ray, so perhaps I should have just simply engaged memory. I do love forgetting to do that, though, don't I? It's just part of my charm. Oh, that was satisfying. That was very, very satisfying. Yes, it was. And there we go. Why are we get? Oh yeah, big rooms double charge. I remembered a thing. Guys. I don't want you to panic, but I remember the thing. I know it's really quite impressive. Did I just bug out the game? I feel like I just genuinely bugged out the game, and I'm not sure how I did it. But Angel Room! I was so hoping for Immaculate Conception, but that would be a little bit too easy to get it straight away after needing it, wouldn't it? So, let's move on up in the world. Quite literally in this case. Ooh, 2 stone chests. Yes, we'll go for that. Obviously, want to save Jera for a little bit of chest action, but that could have been pretty cool to find ourselves Cricket's head. Like, that would 100% just prove annihilation. Like, that kind of power is unreal. I mean, we'll get Bob's rotten head just so I can throw it at something. Ha! Yay! I technically got use out of it. There you go, Bob's rotten head. And you say I never used you. I mean, really. We'll put a bomb there. It should hit something. Did actually hit something. There goes our popped golden heart, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, even with all of those hits that we took, we are still so unbelievably healthy right now. Boom! It's just so satisfying. Shukti Whoop has really upgraded itself in my books. It really has. And that bomb should be fine. I do like that they summon worms to tank for them. It's quite a good little strategy there. If only they had more health. But I think Sloth is probably one of the most effective sins in the game. Maybe not as good as Greed, just because Greed's shot spread is very irritating to face. Speed up, lovely. And then a strength card that we really don't need or have to use at this point. So that's kind of fine. And is he just going to sit there and let me kill him, please? Yeah! I love it when Daddy Longlegs did that. But you guys all know that 100%, if I had been on half a heart and couldn't get hit at all, he would have instantly stomped my face off. Like, there's no question about it. He would have immediately killed me with precision homing preemptive foot stomps, and I guess that is just Law of Sod in full effect there. No, I wanted to get him before he finished charging. Damn you, you don't need to charge this much. Come on now. There we go. Hey. How you doing, man? How are you doing? I'm feeling really rampagey right now because I'm just slaughtering through absolutely everything. All right. There we go. Oh, there's a bomb. There's a bomb. Oh, are my bombs homing? Why the hell are my bombs homing? Sacred Heart makes your bombs homing? Surely that shouldn't be a thing. Because it's not a bomb modifier. Unless it's coming from somewhere else that I don't realize, in which case I suppose that makes sense, but surely not. I know, don't call you Shirley, but in this situation, I think we need to, because there is confusingness at stake, and nobody likes confusing steak, okay? Everybody likes to know where their steak has come from, otherwise you just end up in really weird situations. Temperance and temperance, don't mind if I do. I mean, a part of me does want to just use them both a lot, just to get max bloody lust stacks, but there's not that much. Well, I guess there's a fair bit. We probably could have got like 4 or 5, but it seems very unnecessary, you know, and sometimes you just gotta do what your heart tells you is right. You gotta fight for your right to not use a blood donation machine. I don't know, it's fine. Oh. Poor Envy, and by poor Envy, I mean suck it, Envy, rot in eternal damnation. Oh, good times. Good times had by all. Alright, Loki, and they're dead. Ooh, Mum's Pearl. Is it Mum's Pearl or the trinket that I have that increases the chance of getting Spirit Hearts? I really don't know. I always get them confused. Also, that was actually the wrong way. Very interesting. I thought for sure that would be correct. So I suppose it's this way that we're after. Bum, 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 bum. And once I get... Oh, okay. That's interesting. I got completely denied there by being pushed out of the doorway. That kind of sucks, but we got him, and that's fine. Part of me was tempted to bomb past, but I mean, when we're this strong, we may as well have the awesomeness that is killing all of the people. I kind of wanted to shoop-de-whoop these, but it's just a waste of a good shoop-de-whoop, and I don't think those peasants of an enemy deserve it anymore. I mean, him having his actual horseman counterpart, you know, I'll accept that. That's fair enough. We don't need the Hanged Man, of course. This is range up, that's fine. Give our homing a little bit more time to get to our enemies, which is always nice to have. Where you gonna come from? Yeah, we got him. We got him. I still feel like we should be slaughtering harder than we are, but I suppose I really shouldn't complain. Oh no, I took some damage. Whatever will I do? I just don't know. I'm gonna wait till I can get some collateral with it. Oh no, they actually just died anyway. That kind of sucks. That was very much a underutilized shoop-de-whoop in this fight. And yeah, I know I'm taking a lot of damage, but a big part of that is very deliberate because it just doesn't matter, increases our damage, and we've got all the health in the world to go get. You know, I'm not going to be completely cocky. You know, I'm not going to be over the top. I've totally got this. I'll go get a little bit of health while I'm here, but for the most part, I think we can safely say this is going to be quite the slaughter of a run. I mean, we're about to get 8 more items on top of a build that's already definitely strong enough to take the entirety of the chest, though I guess there's always the chance that we get stopped before our bloody lust can ramp up enough to make us strong enough to take everything, so I guess that might happen, but we're okay. Jara. The little box, the ball of friends. A load of space barrage going on here. That kind of sucks. Blood of the Martyr's nice. Bob's Brain definitely can be nice. We will speedball. Best Bud. We'll take Bob's Brain, why the hell not. Then we'll take the little chest. And then, you know it, it's time to undefine town. Oh, we didn't actually get... Look at the sacks, holy crap. The amount of batteries in here. It just occurred to me we could undefined all day, every day. Boop. Oh, unfortunately, we got that one. Actually, the secret rooms are pretty close to each other, so that's very convenient, is it not? And yes, I do kind of want to undefine and get to a second chest and get another 4 items, because I'm just kind of really feeling it when it comes to that. 2 clubs, I suppose we may as well. Hey, adversaries, how are you doing? Oh, look, you brimstoned me. That's really cute and adorable, you know? Like, really adorable. I assume our bloody lust then wouldn't remain through the various instances of the chest if we do get undefined to an I am error, but still, I don't think that's really too necessary to worry about. Alright, what was this? The chariot, and a boom.
No, I am error, and then finally, one more chance. Oh, wow, guys, it actually just didn't even work. That's... Oh, the boss is right here! I mean, I tried. I used a lot of batteries on I am error there. That's really, really disappointing. I very much wanted to go around the chest again, but since Blue Baby is right here, I'm definitely going to take that as a sign. Yes, sirree. Maybe actually they've changed it in Afterbirth, because I've not done a chest loop in Afterbirth. Maybe they've changed it so Undefined can't do that anymore, which kind of does suck, really. Alrighty, Blue Babby, how you doing, Blue Babby? I hope it's pretty good, I do. Okay, I shouldn't be too cocky. I can still definitely die here. I mean, I'm only 2 hits away from death, but our damage is ramped up quite strongly here. Chariot, away! Minor damage, yeah! This is so pathetic at this stage, isn't it? Alright, there it is. A solid defeat of Blue Baby and a very solid Samson run. My name has been Rage. Remember to like if you've enjoyed this, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.